We are going to be doing this. We're going to design, right? Design the ideal summer morning routine. One of the big things that we focused on during the spring challenge was a success factor that we talked about was focusing on establishing a solid morning routine so that when you wake up, how you spend the first 90 minutes of your day is going to dictate the direction, the mood, the success of your day. And that was all grand and wonderful, and a lot of you experienced some amazing results because of that, and that was part of the habit stacking. So as you learned more, you're able to fit those in there and see how everything comes together. This funny thing called summer happened, and it completely disrupted all of the hard work that you put into crafting and creating a good morning routine, right? So what I want to do between now and the start of the summer challenge, which has been adjusted to begin on June 27th, is spend a few minutes with you each and every morning to, number one, hold you accountable and make sure that you are keeping this thing in mind. So yeah, it's my morning. I'm going to be making the most of it. And number two, leave you with or provide you with some nugget of inspiration and motivation, because I think that's the hardest part about continuing on with a routine that we worked really hard to establish. And then when seasons change, lifestyle habits change, priorities change, all of a sudden what worked really nice for us, we're not so motivated and excited to begin it. And so what I want to do to kickstart this mini morning routine challenge, this is like our in-between challenge because we're talking about, right, baseball season, oh my goodness, right, is I'm gonna ask you just a couple questions, and in return, I want you to give me your thoughts on what you think the answers to these questions are based on what you're experiencing. And based on that, I'm going to get the necessary resources to help add into our morning meetups that are going to help you get the most out of this. Good, yes. And I understand that just the pure value of having access via Periscope or live streaming video is a difference maker. So just being able to hear that little whistle on your phone, and that becomes that trigger that you're like, okay, I know that I need to get out of this slump. I need to stop talking myself out of doing this. I need to get out of summer lazy head and make myself move or make myself something healthy to eat or write in my journal so I can practice some gratitude. So at this point, I'm gonna ask, what do you notice moving from in the spring where you had established that morning routine and it was working great and you're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, why didn't I do this earlier? To now, with the start of summer, what would you say is missing? What is missing? Thank you for providing me with this feedback, because it's only going to hone in and make this much easier when it comes to providing you with these little mini morning meetups. And I can deliver these tips to you that are going to help to provide possible potential solutions for each of these situations. So you're not going to be stuck. You're not going to be all by yourself. You're not going to be missing out. You are not going to be frustrated. You are going to be happy. You're going to be productive in a way that fits into a summer schedule, and you're going to feel good about your summer. The ultimate goal is that when you reach the end of summer, I want you to look back over your summer with as little regret as possible. Raise your hand, do a heart, say a yes or whatever emoticon. How many of you for the past, I don't know, how many years have said, wow, each year summer goes by faster and faster? Anyone? Guess what? The way to prevent time from flying by you faster and faster is to actually make space and time for you to enjoy it. You have to carve it out and have pockets of moments that you are truly present. You are in full enjoyment mode and saying, yes, this is what I want to add how I spent my summer if Holly were to have me write an essay when we go back to school in the fall. You will have a whole list of things that you are happy that you were able to do versus, I have no idea where summer went and now I'm standing in the grocery store trying to buy school supplies last minute. So you stick with me. That's why every morning, and yes, I will make sure that this is very clear, I'm going to make a commitment to you that every morning we're going to meet on Periscope and I will not talk your ear off for an hour. No, these will be just little clippets, nice little reminders. So either you can catch it live or you can watch the replay on Periscope or I'll put the little clippets in the club, wherever. But this is a commitment that I'm going to make to you to make sure that at the very least you're like, oh yeah, right. This is what Holly wants me to remember just for today. What signifies the end of summer for you? Then you have this awareness of the block that summer truly is. Because in our heads, we want it to last forever. But it really, truly does go by in the blink of an eye. So you need to have visually a calendar of how long summer looks like. So that means this is my summer right here. And it's going to be in my sights at all times. You're going to be checking off. Whoa. Okay, that's my summer. It was big at first, but once you start ticking it off, then it gives you that sense. And what some of you are saying, that there is no urgency or time limits or deadlines unless you create it yourself. We want summer to last as long as possible, but because it truly goes by in the blink of an eye, we need to see how to best spend and maximize the time, that block of time that we do have. What's your wish list? What are the things that you wish that you get to do during the summer? And we just kind of write them all. And I hope that there is some downtime, some vacation time, some pampering time, some creative time, some fun time. This is your wish list. Brainstorm it out. Between now and the end of summer, my goal is to help you establish a summer morning routine because I want you to not only feel productive over the summer and it has not gotten away from you, but I want you to reach the end of summer with as little regret as possible and to be able to look back over. Just like if I were to meet with you in August or September, whenever your designated day of summer is over, or designated summer is over, and we have to write an essay, and you have to turn it in to Miss Rigsby, which is me, and you're going to write about how you spent your summer. You're going to have at least 4 pages filled with all of the fun things that you did. Fun, fulfilling, joyful, feel good, productive, yeah. Could be some productive stuff in there. But main thing is that you are enjoying your summer. That this no longer is something that just passes you by in the blink of an eye and now you're on to the next chaotic cycle of whatever your life is. No more of that, okay? We're going to recapture the time that is important and fleeting and make the most of it. Oh, she's up. Oh my gosh, I love it. OSU. And it's kind of like OSG, right? We can do OSU. So our morning routine picks can be, oh, she's up.